Welcome to Spirit Anima with Panther. Today we will be touring the nature of your true intelligence, your alien intelligence. People fear, deny, and suppress what they do not understand. People fear what they cannot control. And people fear those that are more intelligent than them. True intelligence is of the heart. An octopus has 3 hearts. Many will look to the skies and the stars and space or the ocean for alien intelligence, not recognizing that it has been within them the entire time. And the same is with matters pertaining to the heart. Many will search high and low for love, the truth, God, wisdom. They will look everywhere else but within themselves. The octopus teaches us that true intelligence is of the heart, and the heart is where you are going to find your power, your ability to create. That is where you will find the master intelligence. That is where you will find God and the truth and knowledge and wisdom and love. What we fear and deny and suppress in ourselves and in others only grows stronger. The octopus teaches us that what we suppress and deny, we become. We become our fears. The octopus will release its ink as a defense mechanism. When the octopus stays in its ink for too long, if it settles there, it can actually harm itself or even end its own life. This is what happens when people either A, sit in their emotions and suppress them, or B, release them in a form of defense mechanism, thinking that they're protecting themselves or putting up a wall around them, and really it is destroying them. We fear what we do not understand, which is a lot of why I made Spirit Anima and a spiritual zoo, to take us back to our nature, to understand the nature of ourselves and our true intelligence. The spirit of the octopus can be incredibly manipulative. This is a very powerful, intelligent spirit. This is the mastermind. The octopus teaches us the power to create. This is a very creative, highly intelligent being, and many that are ADHD will also very much relate to the octopus. The octopus represents the subconscious. It is said that Earth is 95% water, which represents the spirit, and 5% land. It just so happens in psychology, it is taught that our world is 95% of the subconscious, of space, and 5% is conscious. As above, so below. Both space and the ocean are one of the same. The octopus is the bridge between the two. We create from what was a thought, what was in the subconscious, in our dreams, and we bring that onto the earthly plane, the earthly realm. We make the intangible tangible. And that is the ability we all have as co-creators. The octopus represents art. It can camouflage itself in many forms, into many colors. It can fit into so many spaces. This is a very colorful animal. I had also made a short video about color therapy, which is incredibly beneficial. We live in a world of color. Hue, man. Everything is hues and colors and vibration. This is art. God is the master artist, and we are the co-artists. We are all messengers and expressions of God. Every single one of us has our own heart. Every single one of us has our own blueprint that extends from our heart with our path and our energy and our frequency. Every single one of us has our own experience and our own intelligence. It is not meant to look like or be like or feel like anyone else's. No two blueprints are exactly alike. The octopus teaches us the nature of our true alien intelligence and also represents the mother. The mother is creation, and we are all alien. We all came from heaven onto earth through the womb, the portal of our mother. The mother is the portal. She is what brings the souls from the heavens onto earth.
We are all alien.
The more ADHD you are, the bigger of a heart and spirit you have, the more intelligent you are, the more alien you are going to feel. The more intelligent you are, the more people will fear, deny, or misunderstand you. And the more they will try to suppress you and your heart and your spirit and intelligence. We are all forms of color and music, and we can express this in healthy ways through art. Art is a great way to express our emotions and our truth through dancing and writing, and any form of self-expression is what the octopus teaches us. There are many forms of self-expression. It doesn't have to be painting and those forms of art. You can be a financial advisor, but the experiences that you had and lessons pertaining to your heart and what is in your heart will be expressed from you in a way that it is not expressed by any other. The mother and self-expression, this energy is carried in the throat and the sacral chakra, which can be open with forms of art therapy, such as singing and dancing and practicing something and being in nature, something that allows this energy to flow through and takes you back to yourself, which is also why connecting to nature and the animal spirits and colors, things that are natural, that were created by God, when you connect to this energy, this can really help open up the expression as well. The jaw and neck and the hips are directly connected. So if there is an imbalance on one, like structurally or energetically, it is going to affect the other. So aligning those is really going to help heal that energy. There is also breath work, which is really great for breaking patterns in the energy body and the physical body. It is also a great way to allow spirit within through the oxygen, which you can think of like the bubbles in the water. The water is the ocean, is the blood of Mother Earth. And when we breathe properly and also practice breath work, we can increase the power of our spirit. Don't forget, the blood pumps through our heart. Our heart is what purifies this. So when we practice breath work, we not only increase in spirit, empower us, but we also release patterns. There are so many patterns that can be released through breath work. And what is meant to come up in that time, what is meant to be released in that time, is what will come up during a breathwork session. So breathwork and art therapy is definitely going to be the medicine of the octopus. Mental health is something that many that are very tapped into their heart and spirit and ADHD do struggle with. This is why we have heard so many artists that are highly intelligent but end up in dark spaces or live there. That is because when you are tapped into your heart, you are tapped into that subconscious. Many think that, the path to God and to self and truth is, supposed to be love and fairies and butterflies. Well, it is of love, but it is a dark path. The subconscious is dark. It is not something that is pleasant. And when you get stuck in this for too long, you got to kind of climb out from that deep underwater ocean. But those that are tapped into that heart, that deep energy, are very familiar, oftentimes, with mental instability. And practicing art therapy and and filling your own spirit is a great way to balance this out and to tap into your truth. Because when we rely on what is in the external world, and this does not match up with what we know within, this can cause a lot of pain, a lot of confusion, and a lot of other things, right? We cannot see God, just like we cannot see our emotions, but that does not make it not real. We cannot prove the truth. As mentioned before, if Earth is 95% water, and that is spirit, and 95% of the world is the subconscious, then, and you're very tapped into the subconscious in your alien nature, it is a lot more difficult to connect to what is conscious. So again, a reminder to ground yourself and to remember to be human while here and accept your human nature and everything that comes along with it while you are here. The spirit of the octopus is also that of the spirit of religion. So the thing with the tentacles of an octopus, they kind of have a mind of their own and a consciousness of their own. And this is similar to religion as well. We can say that could represent 8 different types of religion, for example, but they are all part of the same body. They all teach the same thing in the long run. Religion is a great way to practice faith, so long that it is not judging or placing limitations on oneself or others. The tentacles of the octopus can also restrict and bind you, which can represent spiritual oppression. The spirit of the octopus and its tentacles and its intelligence has a great way of getting into people's minds and manipulating them. If you have ever dealt with the spirit of the octopus or anything or anyone that is more intelligent than you, it is a call to level up in intelligence. Earth is the path of the heart, and you will be called to situations that are going to test that and ask you to master that. Those that are highly intelligent and tapped into their heart are going to have more difficult lessons, more difficult tests, and more challenges pertaining to the heart. The quest is to master your heart, to master your intelligence. You cannot level up without being tested. True Christ is a teacher of the heart and teaches us how to master these lessons, how to follow the path of our heart. God places our purpose and our desires in our heart. So if we are looking to other sources external to us for information and wisdom, and or comparing our heart or our path, our journey to another's, this is self-betrayal. This is gaslighting oneself. This is denying one's own truth. This is denying one's own intelligence. There is no greater intelligence than God, and you are going to find that in your heart. Our medicine and our expression is our form of art, and it comes from the heart, Heart. When it comes from the heart, we are expressing God. Colors are wavelengths of light that vibrate at a specific frequency and can be very therapeutic and healing when applied and integrated as medicine. The 7 chakras happen to be located where our 7 main endocrine glands are. We can heal through color and through art as therapy. We heal through light. We are light, and the more light we allow into our body, the more light we become and activate our rainbow body. We can also use color therapy as light in healing the chakras. It just so happens that the 1st, 6th, and 7th chakras comprise of 84% of the visible spectrum. We must all remember that there is so much more than what the eye can see. We cannot see all of the colors. It is important that we are not denying our intuition and what we can see within. The 6th and 7th chakras are our GPS system. It is our higher sense of knowing. Those are our spiritual chakras that connect us to the divine. There's no way I can discuss the octopus and ink without bringing up tattoos, of course, which are also a great form of art and therapy. And the message of the octopus, however, is to remember that the ink, of course, can be poisonous. It does poison the blood. It taints it. And the tattoos are very much alive. They are an imprint, just as we imprint a temple or decorate a temple or inscribe artwork onto a temple, and it holds a frequency and an energy. We want to remember this when we are getting tattoos on our body and the imprints. And this also includes the people that we engage with. This also leaves imprints on us, and we can think of our wounds sometimes as tattoos. A temporary tattoo, if we were to, put water on a washcloth and stick it on our body, would come off in days or a couple of weeks, right? But the deeper the wound, the more difficult it is to remove. It is going to be more painful to remove, and this includes ancestral wounds. We all carry a mother wound, and ancestrally, this is not only pain and suppression, but fear of expression. This is something that is collective. The octopus also does represent the collective subconscious. That is the all-knowing. That is the cosmos and the ocean, and something that we all have access to, and we tap into by tapping into our heart. Just as the octopus as a bridge to the upper and the lower realms, our heart chakra is what connects our earthly 3D human realm to the 3 upper chakras, the spiritual realm, the divine, what we cannot see, but what is very much real. The octopus is reminding us to integrate the both, science and spirit. This is also how we manifest and become the mastermind, by bringing what is in spirit and making it a reality. And we do this through the heart. The heart is the bridge between the two. We can only access this power through love and through God. So if you have had your heart broken, it was to allow that light in. It was so you can fully open up and integrate both sides to become whole again. God is homeostasis. That is a balance of the left brain and the right brain, the physical and the spiritual. Another reason why I made a spiritual zoo, to connect us back to nature. The animals do not have to think about what they are doing, they just are. All of nature, all of the animals are within all of us. We are all of the same body, and we can learn a lot from them. The heart sends far more messages to the brain than the brain sends the heart. Creation is transforming light into matter, and that is what we came here to do. So the octopus is reminding us to go within and not search for these things from external sources. The more light you are able to absorb, the more colors, the less dense you will be. This is enlightenment. This is higher levels of consciousness. We attain inspiration from the unseen. But remember that where two or more are gathered, it is far more powerful. So no matter how alien you feel, we grow and build this intelligence by connecting with one another. Artificial intelligence lacks God. It does not have a heart. We want to collaborate with other artists that have a heart. That is connection, not artificial intelligence. That is how we make things happen. That is how we turn our dreams into reality. The primary function of the heart is to connect to others. Our heart is electromagnetic. This is how we communicate with the world and with the universe and with God. Our heart is an instrument. It is playing our song. It is also our intuition, our healer, our shaman, and our guru. So let your spirit be your guide. The word genius originally meant guiding spirit. You must exit the receiving end of the world and begin creating what you want to see. This is moving from fate to destiny. With fate, it is up to something external, something you are not in control of. That is karma. Our karma is what is in our heart. If we hold resentment, we are going to attract something that is going to teach us how to let go of that resentment, which means we will probably get hurt again or given a reason to be resentful towards somebody until we learn to release that. There is no mistake in anything we experience or see. Heart consciousness is Christ consciousness. And the return of Christ is the return of living from the heart in truth, in God, in alignment with our purpose, and living and leading from a place of love. You cannot reach God or heaven except through Christ, and that is through the heart. I may very well do a part 2 on the spirit of the octopus and the psyche and the magician. What is in spirit and the subconscious, those tentacles can make you believe something that is not real because it is in spirit and you cannot prove that that did not happen. This is dream consciousness. And what you are not in control of is controlling you. This is why we want to have control over and heal our emotions. The power that you have over your emotions is a direct reflection of the power you have over your world and your creation. The octopus teaches us that we have the power to direct our intelligence to either dark or light. It is a choice. To deny or suppress either of those within us will only strengthen its power. With art, we can transmute the darkness into light. What we suppress, the darkness, only grows stronger and comes out in ways we do not intend it to. This is about intentional and conscious creation, turning our dreams into reality, bringing to light what is in the dark. Your heart is a weapon and you must learn how to use it. When you are in alignment with your heart, you are in alignment with the will of God. When you become in alignment with the heart of your mind, the heart of your body, and the heart of your spirit, you become a triple threat. Now you have 3 hearts. I do want to slide over really quickly into the number 8, which is oftentimes affiliated with creation, not only with the octopus and its 8 tentacles, of course, but the spider and its 8 legs who weaves the web of life. This number is associated with power and also the scorpion, but the resurrection and rebirth of Christ, which was on the 8th day of creation. This is all about renewal and spiritual transformation. This is also the symbol of the infinity, and it also represents the union of 2 opposites. This is about balance and harmony. This represents the Tao, the yin and yang, with a balance of the equilibrium of the masculine and feminine, of the left and the right brains. This is the earthly realms and the spiritual realms where the heart connects these both. The number 8 also does represent abundance and prosperity. We can move into loops where we are on one side or the other. The same with the yin and yang. We can feel like we are in hell sometimes or heaven, but the middle path is the path of Christ. That is the heart-led path. Again, this is a balance of the light and dark energies and reminding us that we have them both within, not to suppress them, but to know how to use them and where to direct them. And that is what makes us co-creators. The opportunities and abilities are endless. The octopus reminds us the power of imagination, something that has kind of left some and many, again, relying on forces external to us to create for us, when really your gifts have been in your heart the entire time. They are not something external to you. Practicing art reminds us of our gifts and can teach us how to use them. Let's say there was a painting of the woods. One person would approach that painting and think that it felt like home and magical and like a fairyland. And it really, got to their spirits. It got to their childlike spirits and made them feel really good. But to somebody else, when they approached this painting, they felt it was very dark and scary, and it brought up fears for them and moved them into, a more depressive state, or, like a doom state of mind. A third person walks by the painting and keeps walking. They do not even turn their head to look at it because nothing about the energy of that painting called to them, because that was not in their energy. They are not connected to nature, maybe, or they simply do not have a resonant energy of that painting of the woods within them. It is not so much the messenger as it is the message. Just as the message is always underlying, it does not show up how we expect it to appear, or through who we expect it to appear, or by what means. We do not control how things show up. It is receiving the message, however, and the same is with creation. We can only put it out there. It is not what we have, it is how we make people feel, but we do not control how others feel. All we can do is create, and what relates to us will attract to us, whether it is people through our art and our message, or in what we are trying to manifest and attract. All we can do is send the message, and we are that message. Our energy is that message. Our job as co-creators are simply to put it out there, to just be, and then the rest will follow. We are tested by matters pertaining to the heart. How much you have been tested will reflect your level of intelligence. The heart is a muscle, and it must be exercised. It must be strengthened.